Afternoon. And if you're not, maybe I can cheer you up a little bit, bring a little bit of springtime in your life, because we are springing into spring with a personal shopper show today. Super excited because I have some really fun things in today's show. I have one of my favorite tools. I have some great stringing material that you can use with one of my favorite tools. And then I have a ton of Czech glass beads that are all spring related and all 25% off. It doesn't get any better than that. That's phenomenal. So just in case you haven't been keeping up with what's going on the artbeads.com website, you gotta know that right now we have Czech glass beads 25% off. Now this is only for a limited time, so you definitely want to take advantage of this while this is happening. And if you're watching this as a replay later on, it's probably not still 25% off, but as of today, right now, and for the next few days, at least for a week, you guys are going to be able to grab 25% off on your Czech glass beads, which is fantastic because there are so many to choose from. It's hard to know which ones are your favorite. So hopefully I have helped out a little bit today by picking some of my favorites, and maybe there'll be some of yours as well. Hello to Ruth. Hey, Tanya. Hey, Georgina. How are you doing? Susanna's in the house. All right. Gina is here. Yes, yes. Debbie's here. Katie's here. It's so good to see you guys. Hey, Hazel. Hazel, you've been talked about lately. Have your ears been burning? Your name has come up a couple of times. All good things, of course, but your name has come up a couple of times, and so has S-Barb Girl. Guys, we love you guys so much. I just want you to know that when you're not with us, we're still thinking about you guys. We are. We're still thinking about you guys. We're talking about you guys. We always talk about our amazing community when we are together, and we're always inspired by all of you and your creativity and your kindness to each other within this community. So thank you very much. My daughter is over here. If you hear this giggling, I don't know. She's on her phone. I don't know. She's giggling about something completely unrelated. So that giggling, I'm not throwing my voice. That's her. She's just, I don't know. She's along for the ride today. I don't know what's going on.
I'm your conscience.
she's my conscience, she says. All right. So you're so welcome. Of course. Always thinking of you, my dear. Always, always. All right, so let's talk about what we got going on now. I know I mentioned it just a little bit, but there is one other thing that I didn't mention that I do want you guys to know about, and I'm going to turn you around and show it to you right now, and then we'll talk about how to today's show. Look at what I have. I have the deal of the day.
Cereal.
It's not a cereal.
Bead cereal.
It's bead soup. It's sparkly bead soup. All right, you guys, this is the deal of the day. And I don't know, if you've not been checking the website, you might have already missed some amazing deals of the day this week. But this is the one that I have right now. This is a Sparkle Mystery Bead Mix. This is a 4mm bicone Czech crystals. This one is regularly $14.59, and as the deal of the day, it is $8.39. You cannot beat $8.39 for a bowl of sparkly goodness. Like, what? So pretty. I was so inspired by this that I actually made a bracelet. So I was excited to show this because I wanted to show you guys what I did with it, and you could do the same thing. So I just created I just made a really random, there's no real, like, you know, I don't have a pattern here, but I just made a really pretty sparkly cuff bracelet using this sparkle mix. And then, of course, if you know me, you know that I had to put a little dangle-do on there. So put together a little cluster with all those beads. Is that not beautiful? And that was with all these beads, and I still had a ton of them left over. So as I mentioned, this is the deal of the day. And if you guys will remind me later, I'll show it to you again just to gently remind you that you definitely want to add this one to your cart. Now, speaking of your cart, You're going to be able to shop with us while you're watching, regardless of where you are joining us from. If you are joining us here on artbeads.com, you're going to notice on the side of your screen, there's going to be a little shopping bag. Should be over here somewhere. Might be over here. Can never remember which side, but there's a little shopping bag here, and you can click on that, and it's going to show you the deal of the day. It's going to show you all of the items that are in the show today, and you can add those to your cart as well as check out all while still watching the show, so you don't have to navigate away. However, if you do have to navigate away, you can always come back and watch this as a video on demand. And you can always watch not just this one, but our whole library of projects and lives and inspiration, all of that as a video on demand as many times as you want, which means that you can fast forward to the good stuff, right? You can fast forward through all my chit chat in the beginning and get right to the technique if there is a project involved. Now, if you happen to be joining us from Facebook, in the very top corner of your screen, there is a little entry bar, a little place for you to put some text. You're going to type in the codes for each one of the items in today's show, and you will get a message sent directly to your messenger that is a link to that item on artbeads.com. So if you're shopping with us from Facebook, we make it easy for you as well. However, if you happen to be joining us from Facebook, we can't see your comments. So if you want to come on over to artbeads.com and be part of the conversation here, we would love to have you. Okay, so just keep that in mind. If you want to be part of the conversation, come on over to the big show. All right, now I have a ton more of amazing things to show you guys in today's show, but what a great way to start the show with a whole lot of sparkle. Absolutely love that. Hey, too, Janelle is here, Susie's here, bless you, Ari, Tanya's here. Hey, Carol, welcome in. Welcome in. I'm so happy to see all of you. All right, let's get into it, shall we? Okay, I'm going to unplug. We're at 65%. I think we're safe, at least for a little while. I'll try not to go too slow. All right, we're going to start out with one of my favorite tools. Okay, so this is a personal shopper show. So if you were looking for a project today, I don't have a project for you, but I am going to show you some amazing things. I have one of my very favorite tools, and I cannot sing its praises enough. I love this tool so much that I have more than one of them, which is actually a really good thing because I tend to put more than one I have more than one project going at a time, but I also, as mentioned, and you just heard her sneeze, I have a daughter who also makes jewelry, and she has a tendency to steal my tying station, which is what this is. So it's good that I have more than one because a lot of times it just kind of goes missing, and a lot of times it'll end up either in her room or on her desk. So I definitely recommend having more than one of these if you are like me and you start more than one project at a time. But if you've never seen this before, let me tell you how this works. So as you can see, it is all made of acrylic, okay? And it has a handy ruler here on the side, which is great. What do you need that ruler for, you may be asking? Well, the point of the tying station is that this is going to give you the option or the opportunity or the ability to, depending on, words, all the same things. Getting to the point here, you can attach your work on the top and on the bottom. And this allows you to have both hands free to do whatever it is that you need to do here. Now, I use this mostly for macrame, for knotting projects and things like that. However, you can use this for stringing. You can use this for wire. You can use this for any situation where you need to have the top of the work secured, the bottom secured, or both, right? And it's super, super easy to use. So you unscrew the wing nut, and then there's going to be a washer. Don't lose your washer. It's really important. You're going to unscrew the wing nut here. And then you're going to slide the washer off and the acrylic plate off. This allows you to put your work here. So if you're going to be doing a macrame project and you've got lots of cords, you can lay your cords in here. Or if you've got a knot and it's tied around something, you can loop it over the peg that's right here. And the cool thing about the ruler is that the ruler starts measuring at the peg. So that you don't have to add an extra inch to your work because part of it is hidden. It's already measured that part for you that is underneath, which it really comes in handy, particularly when you're trying to like figure out how long something is going to be. So having the tying station's ruler start at the peg is, you're going to find that that's really helpful. So basically you've got 2 acrylic plates. You're going to put your work between the 2. And then you are going to put the washer and the wing nut back on. Sometimes if I'm doing a project where I don't necessarily have to take this all the way off, I'll just kind of loosen it up enough to slide my pieces underneath there and then tighten it back down. And you're going to have the same thing on the other side. So the exact same setup is on the other end of this. So you can do the same thing. You can come down here and open this up and you can slide your pieces. You can take it all the way off if you want to. You can slide your pieces if you just loosen it up, but also you can move this. So if you're working on a piece that is only, maybe you're doing half and half, you can slide this up here and attach it and only work in this amount. Right? You don't have to fill up the whole thing. So if your cords are short, you're working on from the center outwards or whatever the scenario is where you don't need to have a full 10 inches, you can slide this up and then tighten it down and you can just have it secured from here to here. So you can literally slide this in any position that you need it to be. Now, another really cool feature of this, and this is the part that I have a tendency to lose. I don't think I have one. Uh-oh, I do. Oh, no, I don't. Just kidding. I thought I had it. It's around here somewhere. But this comes with an additional little acrylic plate that has a sponge. And it is also drilled. So you can put that in place of this acrylic plate right here. The reason that is important is because let's say you're working on a really long piece, something that's longer than 10 inches, okay? And you've worked all the way down to the 10 inches, but now you need to move your project up and then secure it and work on the next 10 inches. Well, depending on what it is that you're using, you may have beads in that. Right? You may have some wire, there's no telling, but it's not going to be a good idea to put it between 2 acrylic plates. It could scratch it, it could break it, whatever the situation may be. So you use the squishy acrylic plate, and what it does is it puts your piece not between 2 pieces of acrylic, but between a acrylic layer and that squishy foam, and the foam protects your beads and your stringing materials so that you can safely secure it without damaging your work, which is fantastic. It's great for wrap bracelets. It's great for necklaces, anything that is longer than your tying station. So don't lose that part. I have a tendency to lose mine because I don't use it all the time, but when you need it for sure. So don't throw that part away when you go to unbox your tying station. Now, I have a lot of people ask me, what are these drilled holes for? And there's one underneath the washer here. So if you ask Beadalon, because this is a Beadalon product, if you ask Beadalon, let's just say we were to call Miss Meredith Roddy up on the phone right now. If we called her up on the phone and said, Meredith, what are the drilled holes on the acrylic plates for? She would tell you she doesn't know. Now, that might not be the best business, might not be the best selling point here, but the truth is that she doesn't know. She really does not know. And what she's not going to say, well, I don't know. What she's going to say is it's for anything that you want it to be, right? It's for anything that you could possibly need it for. I have used it for a lot of different things, actually. This is a great place to hook an earring. If you are working on an earring design and you've got some knotting or something that you're doing where you need to have your hands free, but you need it to be connected, you can turn this direction, tighten this down, hook your ear wire through here, secure the bottom, and now all of a sudden you can work on your earring because you have the ability to slide this up and down. So something like that, if you're working on a pendant or you're working on something that's on a jump ring, hook the jump ring through one of these little rings right here, situate it however you want to so that you have access to the work, right? Or if you have multiple strands and you need those to be evenly spaced, thread all of those strands through here and secure them down here to the bottom. Okay, then all of a sudden you have almost like warp threads that you can use, which is awesome. So you're going to find some uses for these little drilled holes. There is not a specific thing that you use these for, but they are there in case you need them for those unknown things that may come up. So one of my favorite tools for sure. I grab this all the time. Like I said, I have multiples of these. I really enjoy using it and have always had this around. And it's lightweight. You just throw it in your bag or toss it over to the side. Now, you could definitely use the deal of the day on your tying station with some beautiful cord. And I just so happen to have in my show today a whole bunch of cord that's going to work with your tying station or in any situation where you need something other than bead stringing wire. I've picked out some beautiful spring colors. They're going to mix really well with the deal of the day. They're also going to work with a lot of the Czech glass beads that I have in today's show that are, gentle reminder, 25% off for a limited time. So let's get to looking at all of the cord that I have in today's show. My personal shopper shows in the past have usually been more about charms and beads and findings and things, but I could not resist the opportunity to talk about some beautiful cords since we talked about the tying station. So I have some Amiot here, and I have it in a couple of different colors. I'm going to take this off and put this on the back. I like to keep my stickers, but I don't want them to be in the way here. So I have some Amiot, and if you guys are ever looking for something that is really thin, that's going to go through a lot of holes, it knots really well, and it cuts nice and clean, this is a really nice cord. This is actually made by Toho, and it comes in a ton of different colors, but I picked out some that I thought were very spring appropriate. So we have this one that is a beautiful salmon pink. So it's not necessarily baby pink. It has that kind of, I don't know, it's kind of rosy. Love this one. Debbie says, I've never heard of this cord. I really, really love this cord. It's nice and thin. It's very similar to S-Lon, which I also have in the show as well. It's just a different brand. This is made by Toho, and it is very, very similar. You get 22 yards of this, and as I mentioned, it comes in a ton of different colors. It's just really, really nice quality. So I've got the salmon color. I have this really beautiful lilac purple. That's so pretty. I have olive green, which I thought was just a really beautiful springtime green. And then this one. This one's my favorite.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, this is the pink variegated. So it's got more than one color pink through it. I thought that would be really cool to use in a knotted design, like some macrame, some square knots, and you can see that color change in this. I thought it was just really, really pretty. So I picked out some of my favorites because, again, this is a personal shopper show. This is in no way, shape, or form the only ones. This is not, you know, a representation of the only colors that are available on the website. These are just the ones that I picked out that I thought were the prettiest. You're going to be able to use this on the tying station. You're going to be able to use this with the hand knotter tool if you wanted to knot with this, like, you know, hand knot in between beads. There are so many different things that you can do with this. This is great for making adjustable clasps. I use S-Lon and this, as well as some of the other things I'm going to show you to make adjustable clasps on things, which is really, really handy. So just a little sampling of some of my favorite colors. Love, love, love. All right, moving on to, as I mentioned, some S-Lon. I've got some S-Lon. I have 4. I picked 4 of these out. There are a ton of other colors, but I picked out 4 of my favorites. And then a whole pack of these that I thought was a fantastic buy. So let me show you what I got. All right, so first up I have rose pink. This is such a pretty color.
Ooh.
Yeah, really like that. If you guys have been with me for a while, you know that I reach for this S-Lon often, and one of the reasons that I like it is because it's meltable. So if you need to get rid of your cord ends for whatever reason, you can use a thread burner or a lighter or something like that to melt the ends, and it melts really, really clean. I like it for that. Plus, I like that it's nice and thin, so this is going to go through a lot of beads. You don't have to worry that it's not thin enough. You can stiffen up the end of this by putting clear nail polish on it or some glue, like some wow, words are hard. Some permanent glue. What is that called?
Super glue?
Super glue. Thank you. I don't know. It's Friday afternoon. Words are just, they've all fallen out of my head. Yeah. Naughty 6000. You want some super glue. You can put super glue on the end of this and you can harden this up almost to the point of having like a needle on the end, which is really cool. So I've got that one. I have this, let's see. I'm not sure what the name of this one is, but this one is like a purpley pink. It says light something on the package, but it doesn't have the full name. But I loved this one because this is on the purple side, and it is so pretty. You can see it's much more purple than the first one there. Then I do have a really beautiful purple. This one is violet. You're turning violet. Love that one. And then a hot pink, because I mean, who doesn't love a good hot pink? This one is neon pink. Such a cool pop of color. So again, I just picked out some of my favorite springtime colors. There are a lot of different, light orchid. Thank you guys. There are a lot of different color choices for sure. But these were just 4 that I picked out that I thought were really pretty, that are going to work really well. Number 1 with the tying station, and number 2 are also going to look really good with a lot of the beads that I've picked out today, including our deal of the day. I'm going to be on this deal of the day nonstop because it is so pretty. This pink, those little pink babies, that's going to look really pretty with that. So, and the cool part is, if you don't believe me that these fit, I will prove this to you. Let me prove it to you, because a lot of people are like, I don't think it's going to fit. My beads won't fit. Yes, it will. Okay, well, first of all, let me cut it. Let me cut it at an angle, but I promise it will fit. So, going to prove it to you. Look. Even the little 4mm bicones are going to fit. They're going to fit on your S-Lon. They're also going to fit on the Amiette. So I proved it to you. I proved it. They all go together beautifully. All right. Gina says, hey, Sarah, what's the deal of the day? Hey, Gina, I'm so glad you asked. I love you, Gina. Oh, my goodness. All right. Did you happen to see, Gina, that I made this beautiful bracelet out of the deal of the day? Okay. I'll stop. Now, these are beautiful colors in the pinks and purples, right? But what if you need something a little bit different, right? What if you're looking for something a little bit more in your face? How about an entire package of these? So I absolutely love to buy the S-Lon this way. This one says fall on it. However, I definitely see this working for the spring and the summer as well. But this is a really, really good way to stock up on the S-Lon. First of all, you're going to get a ton of the S-Lon anyway. Each one of these, I mean, you can see. I use these for kits when I make my own kits. And I make 20 to 50 kits at a time. It takes me forever to go through an entire spool of this. So if you get an entire spool and then you have an entire package of 12 of these, this is going to last you forever. Even if you obviously not everybody makes kits in their life like I do. So these are going to last you even longer than they last me. For me, it's just a really good buy because you've got a whole color palette here to work with. It's like a brand new box of crayons.
I love that.
I do love that too. But even though this one, like I said, is called fall, I think you're going to see this yellow is going to be used for a lot of things. The pinky salmon, this color here, this kind of mauve color, any of the reds. And then you can't go wrong. Part of the reason that I picked this, you can't go wrong with the neutrals. The tan, this like kind of cream color, this like this egg white color. You're going to be able to use these like you would hemp, right? It's just a neutral. But now if you need a pop of color, you've got some beautiful choices. So yeah, I thought this was a really, really nice selection. So if you love S-Lon, this is definitely a great thing to pair with your tying station and maybe the deal of the day. I don't know.
The colors look like Thanksgiving.
Looks like Thanksgiving. It does look like Thanksgiving, but I'm kind of getting like sunflower vibes and like, I don't know, hibiscus
like
in
red.
these reds and pinky colors. So I could see this being used for a lot of beautiful. Yes. Eric says, yo. What is it? Yo. Eric yo'd me. That's funny.
Crazy.
Eric says yo to me. That's new. Hold on, let me see. Did he text anything? No, that means I'm gonna have to scroll back. Okay. Oh, the difference between S-Lon and C-Lon. So I saw this question go by and I should have answered it when I saw it. I'm sorry. And then I got sidetracked. So let's see here. The difference between S-Lon and C-Lon. That's a really good question. And I wish that I had a very specific answer for you. However, I don't. One of the things that I think is probably, now don't quote me on this, but it is my understanding that C-Lon is thinner, that C-Lon is really more used with needles and can be used for bead weaving, whereas the S-Lon is a bit thicker. This is probably only going to accommodate a seed bead that is like a 6 or an 8/0. Probably not going to be able to get your 11/0 seed beads on this, but the C-Lon, I believe, is a little bit thinner. Now, I could be wrong because I do know that S-Lon actually comes in a couple of different sizes as well, but I don't think that it gets as small as the C-Lon does. Now, I've heard other people say it's just the brand thing. It's just a brand thing. I'm not so sure that that's the truth. So I need to do a little bit more investigating on that because people do tend to ask that question a lot. It's my understanding that that's what the difference is, but I don't know 100% sure. Not 100% certain on that one. Need to investigate more. All right. Now, I have some more cord for you guys. This is a little bit different. We're changing things up just a little bit. I have a couple of other little combos here that I think you guys are going to love as well. This is waxed Brazilian cord. Now, some of you are going to wonder, what on earth do I need the waxed cord for? What's the difference? Why do I want this over the S-Lon or the Amiot? Why would I want this? Well, this is sticky. It's waxed, right? So this is sticky. It is already been conditioned. You don't have to condition S-Lon and Amiot, by the way, but this has already been conditioned with wax, meaning that you can really stiffen this up. Look at that. See how like, okay, we just have like floppy cord here. And then if you just run it through your fingers and you warm up that wax, you can make it stiff just like that. And you're going to be able to thread your beads on super, super easy. Another reason that people really love the waxed cord is the knots will grip to each other. This is one of those cords where you do not need to use any additional glue. You can if you want to, but you do not need it because the wax grips onto itself. And when you tie a knot with this stuff, it's going to stay and stay and stay. That can be a good thing. That can also be a bad thing. If you are making a mistake and you have knotted and you need to undo that knot, you're probably going to really struggle getting this stuff undone if you've made a tight knot. However, if you've done it right and you've gotten a tight knot, it's going to last for an eternity. So I love this stuff. It's a little bit thicker. And then your S-Lon and your ambient cord. So this definitely, you're going to have to double check your beads, the drill hole with this. But I love that it comes in a bunch of different colors here. So this one has the black and this beautiful turquoise color, the white, and then this kind of salmon color. This one, it doesn't really have a name that I can see as far as like, oh, there it is. Ocean Dreams is the combo here. So this is definitely kind of nautical, right? As far as that is concerned. And then I have another one that is more kind of springtime. This one, same stuff, but different youthful expressions as this one. This is a different little combo here. So this one is this beautiful plum purple, a dark pink, a baby blue, and then this kind of soft peachy color. So yeah, love this stuff. It's really, really nice because you don't have to stiffen the end of it with any kind of like clear nail polish or anything like that. You just run it through your fingers and it stiffens up and you can use it like a needle to thread your beads on. That's awesome to me. You can use this again for adjustable clasps if you want to, but it is a little bit trickier because of the wax coating that's on it. But love it. Love that it comes in a lot of different colors. Picked these two little cards of it out because I thought they were a great little color combo for the springtime and upcoming summer.
I like the one on the right.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do too. It's really cool. I love this turquoise. It's really pretty.
I like the whatever you called the top one.
This salmon color?
Yeah, that one.
It's like a pinky orange color. It's really pretty.
But it just looks like summer, like the top 30 of those ones.
Yeah.
Like, you know those bracelets that are just the strings?
Oh, yeah. Those.
Like the Pura Vida ones.
Yes. The Pura Vida. Wow. Hard to say words today. I don't know. The Pura Vida. So Ari is talking about, I don't know if you guys know, she knows all of the things that are hip and popular. And Pura Vida has been around for a while, I think. But they're just string bracelets. That's another really good use. Thanks for bringing that up because that's another really good use of this stuff because it has that wax cording. It means these are going to last for a really, really long time.
Yeah,
so.
And it's like they're all knotted together at the end and they have the adjustable on them.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you could use this for that. Very cool. Very cool. All right, now I'd like to know also, is that the same as waxed linen? That's a really good question. I am not sure. If it is linen, it does not say. I think this is probably just cotton cording. Brazilian cord, perfect for jewelry, macrame. I do not think this is the same. I don't. I think this is just cotton cord, but I could be wrong. It doesn't say on here. Not sure. That's a good question though. Wish I could tell you. All right, now I have two things that are different but the same, if that makes any sense to you at all. Recently, I did a project where we did an adjustable clasp and we did just like a beaded bracelet and then we did an adjustable clasp and I used some of this Asian knotting cord for the clasp. I found on artbeads.com this purple. Look at that purple. Ooh. Love that. So pretty, guys. This is awesome. It's 1 millimeter thick. So this is going to, as far as like cording is concerned, that's pretty thin. But you do have to be mindful of the drill hole on your bead for this. But if you're doing just the adjustable clasp part, it doesn't even matter. Or if you are going to use bead stringing wire as your core and you're going to knot on top of it, this is going to be great. You're also going to be able to melt the end of this nice and clean. Really pretty. So this one is in, it doesn't say the color, but it's purple and it's lovely. Lovely knots. It's going to make some lovely purple knots. I love it so much. So there you go. I got the purple. And then very similar to this is some red. This one is just a different brand, but it's the same kind of knotting cord. This one is just in a dark burgundy red. It's red with like the softest little hint on the pink side, if you ask me. So this is definitely like not like an orangey red, but a pinky red. Very, very pretty. And this one is 1.5 millimeters. So this one's just a tiny bit thicker than the purple, but you're still going to be able to use this for the exact same things. You'll be able to use this with some beads if you double check the drill hole, but you can definitely use this for adjustability or knotting on top of something else. So yeah, love both of those. And I thought those were nice, good, bold colors that you could use for your spring and summertime designs. All right, now let's change things up. You want to? Let's change things up. That's all the cord that I have in today's show. Let's look at the deal of the day.
I was about to ask you if we were looking at that.
We're going to look at the deal of the day. Yeah, deal of the day, guys. This is our Sparkle Mystery Bead Mix. This is a 4mm bicone Czech crystal mix. This was originally $14.59, but at your deal of the day price, guys, this one is $8.39. It fits on a lot of the cords that I have shown you today, and I made a pretty little bracelet with a little clustery dangle on it. This is going to get you a lot of different designs. I do love the good the deal of the day. This was a good one. I was inspired. So there's your deal of the day. Now listen, I know I'm joking about the deal of the day. It's really important, obviously, that you're checking the website, because the deal of the day is going to change, right? There were different deals of the day going on. While you are on the website, be sure you're signing up for the newsletter so that you are going to know in advance what that deal of the day is going to be. You're also going to be in the know of all things art beads related. And let me tell you something, we have some really cool announcements, some really fun things coming your way in the very near future. The number one way to stay in the know is to sign up for the newsletter. Okay. Now, if you're just joining us, you're going to notice that there is a shopping bag on the side of your screen. And at any point today, you can click on that shopping bag and it's going to bring up all of the items that I have in today's show. And you can add those to your shopping bag. You can also check out all while still watching. Facebook's very similar. You're going to put that code for each item into that little text bar, and it's going to send you a link to each item. All right, so we're talking about spring, okay? We're talking about springing into spring. So I have picked some of my very favorite spring items. This is a little sterling silver square floral charm. I know it's little, but it's so dang cute. Look at the detail on this. There's even some little blades of grass here. This is adorable.
You know what that would go good with?
What? The deal of the day. Would look great with the deal of the day. I'm one of those people who I love dangles. I mean, I think that's pretty obvious. A lot of you guys know that I'm all about the dangles, but I also love to add a good charm right at the clasp. So for this bracelet that I used making the deal of the day, just saying, where I have added this cluster, this charm is the perfect size to just drop that little charm on there as well. It just adds an extra little personalized touch to things. Now, you could get a couple of these and make some cute little earrings and make a little necklace with just a jump ring and some of your favorite chain, or maybe string it on one of the beautiful cords that I showed you. But I do love a little charm as an accent right at the clasp. Super cute. Super cute. You guys are talking secrets in the comment section, and I feel like I'm missing out on something. Okay, now I see the pumpkin comment. I'm gonna have to come for you, Susie. Just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm not coming for anybody. But there are secrets, and I don't understand. What are the secrets? Wanda said you called her yesterday to tell Sarah that she could spill the beans. You guys are terrible. Eric, I've been teasing them for weeks that there is something fun coming, and they have no idea what it is, but they are trying so hard to get me to spill the beans. Can't do it. Can't do it. You're just going to have to wait. You're just going to have to wait. But I can tell you about the deal of the day. I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. Enough. Now, I have another little flower because this is all about springtime, as I mentioned. This little tiara cast antique silver hibiscus charm is another one of those, like the one that I just showed you. This is going to be a beautiful little addition to anything. You don't have to just put this on the clasp, but you could make earrings out of this. You could make this the focal of a necklace, the center of a bracelet, you know, hang it from a jump ring. It's really, really pretty. And you guys know tiara cast quality is fantastic. So of course I had to include a little tiara cast something in my little spring show today. So love this one. And it's double-sided. So whichever way it flips around in the jewelry you're wearing, it's going to look beautiful. We do have our secrets, and I'm not spilling them. If you have learned anything from me, guys, it's that I can tease a secret, but I can certainly keep a secret for a very, very long time. And I've been sitting on this one for a while. So, all right, I got another flower. Got another flower thing. Nope, nobody's spilling any beans today. Not happening, but you need to sign up for that newsletter so that you'll know as soon as it happens. You'll know. All right, got a sterling silver teardrop cutout with flower. Love this one too. This one's more focal sized for sure. This is going to make a really beautiful pendant. It's got a little sunflower in the center. I just thought this was really sweet and beautiful. You could use the tying station, some of the cord, the deal of the day, some of the Czech glass beads I've got coming up to create a beautiful necklace around this. I don't know if I would use this on a bracelet. Maybe. I don't know. It's a little big. I think I would either use 2 of these for earrings or 1 of these for a pendant, but you do whatever you think works for you. But I just thought that was really pretty.
Is a pendant the thing that hangs from a necklace?
Yes.
I didn't know that's what it was called. I was calling it a charm.
Well, I mean, it could be a charm. Charms, pendants, tomato, tomato. It's the same thing. Pendants tend to be a little bit bigger.
So like the big crystal things?
Yeah, for sure. All right, I have one more pendant for you guys, and then we're going to look at some Czech glass beads, because I know that's why a lot of you guys are here. But I picked out the most beautiful spring things I could find. All right, this one is a Damiana, I always say that wrong, Studio Tulips pendant. These are handmade ceramic pendants that are absolutely beautiful. I love these. And she has so many beautiful ones to choose from, but I liked this one with the tulip on it. I thought this was very springtime appropriate. It looks really good with a lot of the cords that I picked out. I know I've talked about the deal of the day a lot, but I mean, just being honest, that pink color that's in this would look really pretty with that. I've got some Czech glass beads coming up that are going to be really pretty with this one. Let's see, what else could I mix? Maybe not that one, but definitely this color or this color of this with that, or this one for sure. So I tried to pick out things today that really would work together really well, and that all work on that tying station, because the tying station to me is really kind of the star of the show today. It's the thing that I'm obviously very, very passionate about. I love macrame, and I don't know if you guys know, some of you know this story. Not everybody does though, but when I was a teenager, that's where I very first kind of started making jewelry, and I made macrame jewelry. I used a lot of hemp cord, and I would like make the pieces. I didn't have a tying station where I could tie anything down, right? So we had to use safety pins, and we would safety pin to our sock. We would safety pin to our knee. We would safety pin to our friend, and we would work from the safety pin and create our macrame and like our knotted designs. And I would sell those designs to get gas money.
Is that this?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's why I get really kind of passionate when it comes to knotting and macrame, because it's really where I got my starts, and have enjoyed jewelry making since then. No, he did not. Wanda, you're going to get me in trouble. You're going to get me in trouble. I'm not spilling the tea. I'm not spilling the tea. I have a trivia. We can do a trivia question. That we can do, but we're not spilling any tea, see? Yeah, Wanda's just trying to get me tricked. I know better. All right, how about this? Let's go through. I have several strands of Czech glass beads for you guys to go through. Let's go through half of them, and when we get to the halfway point, let's do a trivia question. Okay? Does that sound good? I think that works. I'll try to go through these beads quickly because I do have a bunch of them, but I want you guys I want you guys to take advantage of this 25% off Czech glass bead sale that's going on, because that's only for a very limited amount of time. I'm sorry, I know you guys are not looking at anything at the moment. I'm getting these beads together for you.
They could be looking at the deal of the day.
Oh, they could have been looking at the deal of the day. I know.
How could you?
I know, right? All right, so I've got several beautiful strands of Czech glass beads for you guys. And I'm going to start out, we're going to start out with this style because I pulled several of this style. Really like this flower because of the detail here. This is a beautiful purple with a beautiful platinum wash on it. And that platinum wash reads as a really soft pink. So you could use this with your rose golds. You could use this with your pink, your lighter colored coppers for sure. But then it's also going to work with everything else as well. But it definitely kind of lends itself to rose gold. It's really beautiful. But again, I love the detail of the flower, even the center. Everything about this so pretty. So this one is the Wild Rose in purple opaline. I have a couple of different colors of this though. So I have an aqua blue, which is equally beautiful. Also, wait a minute, that's not the aqua blue, is it? No, this is the aqua, yeah, it is. It's the aqua blue opaline. And again, with that platinum wash, it's very pinky.
What's opaline?
Opaline is the like the style of the bead. So it's almost like a milky kind of bead.
It's crystal, right?
No, it's a Czech glass bead. It's transparent, but it's like a milky transparent. So it mimics like a real opal.
Oh.
Real opals have that that milky, I don't know how else to say. It's just milky looking. It's kind of fog. It's not really foggy. Like, it's just milky. I don't know how else to say.
Some of them have like the white strands in it.
Yeah.
Oh.
All right. Then we have a pink one. This one is vintage pink. This one, the wash on this one is different. This one I think is more of like a coppery or bronzy wash on it. Still beautiful. Then we have the aqua blue. So this one's not an opaline. This is just a transparent, and it has that gold wash on it. And we have this one. This one is the tourmaline, light tourmaline green. So this one's kind of hard to see up against my hands, but if I move my hands away from it, you can see through it. You can see this is a really light green. It's actually really pretty, and it has that platinum wash on it as well. Yes, it is Ari in the background.
Hi guys.
It is Ari in the background. All right, so that is this style. Okay, this is the Wild Rose style. And the wash really makes all of those beautiful textures and designs really pop from these. So you get to see all of that beautiful detail. Okay, moving on. I've got some other styles. Okay. And keep in mind, we're doing springtime. That's why I've pulled so many different kinds of flowers here. Lots of flowery beads coming your way. All right, this is one of my very favorite bead strands in the history of ever. This is a 12 millimeter aqua green opaline with gold wash. This is a hibiscus flower. This is my very favorite. Number one, this is my very favorite Czech glass style flower. And number two, this is my very favorite color of that style. Absolutely adore this one. Don't forget, all of the Czech glass beads are 25% off for a limited time. So be sure that you are grabbing these up, because I don't know how long they're going to last. It is definitely limited time and limited supply, at least for the time being, because, you know, while the sale's going on, we can't restock them right then and there. So it'll take a minute, right? But that's my favorite. This is my favorite strand in the show. My favorite strand probably in the Art Beads shop. Like, I adore this one. All right, now a little bit different, but still in the same kind of color palette. Not quite the same, but just as pretty are the aqua blue transparent. This one has that zinnia print on it. So this one is a little bit different. It's a coin style Czech glass bead. with that gold wash. Still really pretty. Still love that aqua blue color. So nice. This one's still my favorite. A little bit lighter, but this one is really pretty as well.
Look, you're right there.
Look at me. Ari just pulled up the website and she was like, look, it's your hands in the little corner. So yeah, if you're joining us from Facebook, be sure you're coming on over to artbeads.com so we can see your comments in the comment section. That's the only drawback to those of you who are joining us from Facebook. You can still shop, but if you want to be part of this conversation that is going on, there's all kinds of crazy talk going on. You definitely want to come on over. All right, got a few more to go, and then we'll call it halfway. So I've got some lotus coin beads here. So this is the blue with the pink wash, dark blue, beautiful pink lotus. Love those. So pretty. All right, if the dark blue is not your thing, but you still love that lotus, I've got it in green. This one's one of my favorites. So I have this in this seafoam green color. Look at that green. Oh, that's a great springtime green. And then you can see the lotus has the AB finish to it. So either side is beautiful. You've got the lotus on both sides. So you can see there's the lotus on that side. And then you also have the lotus on this side, but it's got that gorgeous AB wash. So pretty. Love that one. And then for the last of the lotus, I have the lilac purple with the dark bronze wash. This one got pulled off of the strand, so I apologize. These are all just kind of loose in my hand, but another one of those really cool kind of opaline colors. It's very milky. It's that purple color. It's got the bronze wash. This is going to look gorgeous with your antique brass findings and your gold findings for sure. So if those of you who are obsessed with antique brass, there's a whole group of you all. I know, I see you. And you're gonna love these. It's kind of hard to find the bronze wash. So when I see the bronze wash, I always try to point it out because there are those of you who only work in antique brass. So this is definitely going to be for you. All right, let's look at a few more and then we'll do a trivia question. Okay. All right.
I forgot my password to art beads.
Uh-oh. I think there's a reset button. You can reset your password.
I don't remember which email I used.
You can log in as me if you need to.
No, I'm trying to come in there.
All right. So, change gears just a little bit, okay? I'm going to look at 1, 2, 3, 5 more strands. We're going to call it halfway, and then we'll do a trivia question, and then we'll do another quick batch and we'll be done. We're going to go over an hour, so we're going into overtime. I hope that's okay with you guys. It's Friday afternoon. I know some of you are kind of done with the day, but I hope you'll hang out with us. All right, so I've got some 12 millimeter pressed coin with B in aqua blue. I adore the B beads. And I have three different styles. So I have this one that's more of a blue. This one is more of a green blue. So this one is in turquoise. This one has the platinum wash on it. So it has that kind of pinky color B on there. That's beautiful. This one with the bronze. And then my last choice of this one that I had was the green with the copper wash, which I think is the coolest combination ever. This green is such a great springtime green. And that copper, you're going to be able to use rose gold, copper, anything that you want really, but I do love that copper on there. So if you like the little bees, these are a little bit smaller. And then I think the lotus ones, these are, I don't know, maybe they're not, maybe they're the same. No, the lotus beads were 14 millimeter. These are 12s. So it's just a little bit smaller bead, not by much, but you know, if the bigger beads are harder for you to work with, this might be a really good size. For sure, they make great little focals. They make great little earrings. There's enough here to do earrings and then add them in as your focals for a necklace and bracelet. And I loved these 3 color choices. Very pretty. Very different with each different wash. That's the bronze, that's the copper, and that's the platinum. Really pretty. All right. Now, if bees are not your thing, maybe birds are.
Jack glass has a Z in it?
Yeah. All right. These are blue turquoise opaque with gold. It's just a little bird. These remind me of Easter. This is a little, I don't know. When I see it, I think it's a little chick, like a little chick, a baby chick. But I mean, it could be any kind of bird. I don't know. I just think he's cute. Very whimsical. I love this blue and I love the gold wash on that. If you are getting ready to make some Easter designs or you're making some Easter gifts, this is a cute little bead for that. Again, this is a 12 millimeter, so this is not going to be a huge bead to work with. It's just big enough to be a focal, but not overpowering. Super, super cute. Janelle says baby chicks. I know, I love baby little chicks. All right. One more, and then we're going to do a trivia question. I have no idea what the trivia question is. Have not even picked up my phone. So I have no idea what Eric has come up with. I'm hoping he came up with something, because if he left it up to me, we're
going on Google.
We're just going to look at the deal of the day. All right. Now, I have a table cut that doesn't have anything on it, because I know some of you like that shape of the coin bead, but maybe don't like the flowers or the bees or the birds. So I included one that was nice and plain. Now, there is nothing plain about a table cut shot glass bead. These are stunning. They're stunning. I absolutely love this. I love kind of the retro green and turquoise mix here, but the star of these beads is that table cut, that shiny, perfect flat surface on there that catches the light. These are just really, really cool beads. So if you like the coin shape, but you don't want anything on them, this is definitely a really nice strand to work with. Really, really pretty. Oh my gosh.
I made it.
Ari has made it to the comments section. Oh, I don't know if I should be scared. Behave yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, let's look at the deal of the day while I take a look at my phone, shall we? This deal of the day is regularly $14.59, and it, as our deal of the day, is only $8.39. I am going to, all right, pulling up my phone here. I've got our trivia question ready to go. Okay. All right. So as you are oohing and awing over our gorgeous deal of the day here. Okay. We're going to give away an S-Lon, some S-Lon. Okay. So the first person to give me the correct answer. All right. You ready? Pay attention now. This is the question. How many years has Meredith Roddy been with Beadalon? First correct answer wins some S-Lon. Ready, go. Ready, go. I know the answer.
I know you know the answer.
Now, careful. Let's not age Meredith too much, okay?
Oh, no.
Let's be careful not to age her too terribly much. Dawn says, what's the bracelet made with? The bracelet is made with wildfire. I just use wildfire to make it.
Boom, I win. At least one.
At least one. That's true. At least one. All right. I've seen a lot of answers. I don't think I've seen the correct answer yet, though. I don't think I've seen it. Not yet. Keep them coming, y'all. Somebody's going to get it. Just remember, Meredith is our friend, okay? So if you're putting, 30 years in there, she's probably
looks at this later and is like, what
she's
the heck?
probably gonna be pretty sad. No. All right. Oh, I see a correct answer. I'm gonna let the team catch it though. There it is. Eric caught it. Good catch. You're our winner. Who is our winner? Eric, you didn't say. Oh, Andrea. Andrea had the right answer. That is 18 years. Meredith has been with Beadalon for 18 years. Yup. When I met Meredith, she and I were, we were pregnant at the same time, actually. So when I met Meredith, You're 15. So I met Meredith 15 years ago.
Whoa.
Yeah. Meredith and I have been friends for a long time. Well done. Congratulations, Andrea. Congratulations.
She was just starting?
No, that's
Oh, wait, no, 18,
she's been
never
there
mind.
for 18 years, but I met her 15 years
Oh,
ago.
okay.
She'd been there for about 3 years. Yeah. All right. Now, changing gears a little bit, I have moons. Now, I know these are not necessarily springtime-ish, but I mean, the moon's in the sky all the time, right? Even in the springtime. And I thought these were super cool. So I've got some pink moons with the AB finish on them. So pretty. Love those. Then I have the ivory. I've got some ivory ones. These are going to be perfect if you want to be realistic. This is for the whimsical. This is for those of you who need to be exact in your moon. This is a very moon-y color for sure. But my favorite out of the moons is the topaz. This color is phenomenal. Now, it's not showing on camera nearly as cool as it is in person. This color it's topaz, but it has this blue-green, like, luster to it. And I can't get it to look under these lights the way that you're getting kind of a whisper. This is the coolest color ever.
It looks like the emoji.
It does look like the emoji. This one's my favorite. I love them all, right? I love them all. But this blue-green haze that is on this one is just the coolest. So if you like some moons, I got you covered here. Love it. It looks exactly like the emoji that Ari has posted in the chat. Love it. These are so fun. Super fun. All right. I only have a few more, guys, and then I'm going to let you guys go. Let's take a look at some different things because we've been looking at a lot of flowers, a lot of things. I've got 2 different strands of daggers. Now, this is a little different for me. If you've been with me for a while, you know that daggers and I have had a love-hate relationship over the years. I used to stay very, very far away from daggers, but daggers have come a long way. And look at the finish on these. They look like little peacock feathers. How cool is that? So these are blue opaline with the rainbow finish, and they don't look like bug wings. That's why I hated daggers for the longest time. For the longest time, the only daggers that ever showed up on my desk were transparent in like this weird, like light colored gray or topaz color, and they just look like the wings of a bug that had just fallen onto my desk. And I could not get behind designing with those. But something like this, I am totally in love with. These are laser etched with the designs on them. So these look like the little peacock feathers. These just like feathers in general. They're so cool. The colors are beautiful. They are drilled across the top, so they're really interesting.
They look edible.
They look edible.
Like those
They
crystals.
don't look like bug wings, okay? These look like cool things that I would incorporate in a fun design. All right. Moving on. Let's look at drops, and then, well, we're gonna look at drops, and then I have a an odd one out. Okay.
Don't read what I said.
Oh my gosh, Ari, you're such a weirdo. It's okay. Listen, Ari is 15, by the way. Just in case anybody's wondering, she's 15 and she's my daughter. And no, she's just odd. Okay,
There's nothing wrong with me.
Yes, Janilda, they were single hole. All right, now I've got some drops for you guys. These are cute little baby drops. So I've got this kind of milky color. This is our lilac purple, and it has that beautiful bronzy purple finish on the bottom. Those are really pretty. I like this size too. It's not too big.
Looks like the stem of a mushroom.
It does. And then this one is a different purple. This one is purple silk with the antique gold finish. So that one's a little bit deeper. I've got purple on the brain here lately. And then last of the little drops in this size are the turquoise with the copper. Really love those. Those are awesome.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah, these are very cool.
I said that even though you just put it down.
They do look like...
I'm still seeing it though.
They do look like little candy corn for sure. Those are cute. Love those. Love those. All right. Now, this might not necessarily be a spring one, but I think you could use it in the summer for sure. This is a melon drop. Everybody loves a good melon bead. The drops are awesome. This one has the platinum wash on it. Really love these. If you love red, this is a really good one. This is a deep, strong red. Really, really pretty. All right.
Looks like fruit.
Does look like fruit. And then we have the amber silk old style drop. Now these are different. These are, this is definitely, this is going to fall into the category of vintage. I don't know that it is necessarily a vintage bead, but this drop style has been around forever. It's like it's been shaped with somebody's fingers. Not really, because it is very precise, but that's what it feels like when you have it in your hands. It's like somebody just pinched it on all sides. I do love this color combo. It's this really yummy caramel color, but it has...
I was gonna say that.
Yeah, but it has this like rosy pinkiness to it. It's really cool. Very, very cool. Love those. All right, I have one more table cut and one more odd one out, and then we'll be done. All right. These are the pink coral opaque with the Picasso finish. This is a bead shape that I really love. This is a great bead that you can use as a focal, or you can just use it popped into your other beads to create some space. Because it's nice and oblong, you can get a lot of extra space, but you still have the beauty of the table cut, and this soft pink is going to work really well with a lot of your spring designs. That Picasso finish is a nice neutral.
They kind of look like slices of ham.
Does look like slices of ham. Okay, now you can't unsee it. It looks like ham. Thanks, Ari.
I think I'm just hungry.
All right, last but not least, we have aqua with a Picasso finish. I love this style. I never know. I think this is called center cut, but I'm not entirely sure. But I do love this cut of Czech glass beads. This one is a really beautiful color. It's almost like fish tank blue, right? And then it has the Picasso finish on the top and the bottom to give it some extra dimension. Just a really, really beautiful bead. This is a great summertime bead. It's like swimming pool. That's probably better. Fish tanks can sometimes be kind of gross. So this is swimming pool blue. I guess it depends on if it's a clean fish tank or not, right? But swimming pool blue, I think, is a good descriptor of this. But I think that's a really, really pretty bead and a good one for spring and summer, right? Blue does not get enough love in the springtime, because I think a lot of times we think of like yellows and pinks and purples, but blues are great. Yeah, like lilacs and lavenders for springtime. All right, one last look. You think I'm going to do the deal of the day. It's not. It's the tying station. One last look at the tying station, because this is definitely one of the things I don't want you to skip out on. If you have just thought about the tying station, but you're not sure, and you've thought about it, and I don't know. Listen, this guy has gone a long way with me. Me and the tying station have been friends for a very, very long time. And if this makes it any better for you, if it helps you to make a decision about the tying station, what if I promise you that within the month of March, I will do a project using the tying station? If that helps in any way, that is true. I will keep my promise and do a tying station project during the month of March, where we also have some really exciting things coming your way. I will not be spilling the beads, but I will be showing you the deal of the day. So I have our deal of the day here. Sparkle Mystery Bead Mix, 4mm bicones, regularly $14.59, now $8.39. And you want to check back regularly. Now, the reason I keep bringing up the deal of the day, first of all, it's gorgeous. But the other reason is because I want to drive home the point that you need to be signed up for that newsletter because, I mean, obviously I want you to grab the deal of the day, but you don't know what the deal of the day is going to be without checking the website or getting our email. And that email is going to tell you not only what the deal of the day is going to be, but it's also going to be your one stop for information and secret spilling and all of the great things that are coming your way. You're going to get a heads up. So you're going to be in the know, right? Another great way to be in the know is to go over to Facebook and sign up for Serious Art Beaters. That's our Facebook group. It's a great place to continue the conversation from chat. Here is a great place to share your inspiration, to let everybody know, post pictures of what it is that you're doing with all of your art bead goodies and see what other people are doing. So you definitely want to be a part of this community, and there are so many different ways that you can do that. So appreciate all of you for hanging with me this afternoon. If anybody's got any questions, now's your chance. Now's your chance. It's also a really great time to be sure that you are adding that deal of the day to your cart. Be sure you're taking advantage of the 25% off on those Czech glass beads, because that is only for a limited amount of time. You want to take advantage of that because we don't always put our Czech glass beads on sale. I know I've been with art beads long enough to know that, like, we only do that under the very most wonderful secret circumstances when you know, we don't like to give that one away. You know, we spring that deal on you just when you're not paying any attention. So I don't know when the next time we'll be doing a discount on our Czech glass is, because we love our Czech glass, but you definitely want to take advantage of it. What's the tea, says Wanda. Listen, you're not going to get it from me. You're not going to get it from Ari, but I will tell you what. I will tell you, there is something coming your way. Sign up for the newsletter. Don't miss out on any of the lives next week, because somebody is going to spill the tea. So be sure you are setting your reminder for not just me, but the other designers here on artbeads.com as well. Somebody's going to slip up. Somebody's going to let that go, and you're going to know it. And by the time you see me next Friday, same time, same place, you're going to know what it is, and we're going to talk about it. All right. So, yep. Don't miss out next week. You want to be in the know. I promise you. I've completely lost all my words now because I'm starting to blush a little bit thinking about what that secret is. It's going to be a fun one. Can you do a demo on your bracelet? The deal of the day bracelet. I could probably make that happen as well. I'll put that on the list. I will. Be excited, Janelda, because it's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. And it is just the beginning of some wonderful extra things that we're going to be doing with art beads. So you don't want to miss out on all of it. I know we're teasing you guys a lot, but I want you to know that in a very serious way, we are looking forward to expanding our horizons, and we want you guys to be a part of that. So as much as we are teasing, it's going to be a fun time, and we would love for this community to be a part of every aspect of what is to come. So I'm looking forward to sharing it with you guys. I'm actually looking forward to getting the secret off my chest. This is, like I said, I've been sitting on this one for a while, so I'm looking forward to it. Zena says hi. Cooper says hi. All the dogs say hey. All right. I'm going to let you guys go because I've kept you over an hour. I hope that you guys have enjoyed today's show and that I have inspired you to take advantage of the 25% off. Even if the beads that I showed you today are not any of your favorites, that doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to find a Czech glass bead that you love that is going to really inspire you to create some amazing springtime designs. So go forth. Be beady, do all of the things, add some sparkle to your day. Thanks for letting me be a part of your afternoon and a part of your beady journey. I'll be here same time, same place next week. And by then, the cat will be out of the bag. All right. I love you guys, and I will see you soon. Have an amazing weekend. Bye, guys.